Alright, another humans are scum video. It really is true. You all just suck so profoundly. I mean, just, even when you're a little bit right about something, you suck. I mean, you're wrong. Most all of you. Except for the 7 or whatever. Anyway, snake pliskiness. Oh, God. Anyway, I'll play the beginning of this video. Just make the his video is called Obvious Motive is Obvious. Whew. Gee, you're being a little bit obvious, fella. Yeah, you really are. Dumb fucker.
So I just got off work. I'm cooking myself up a steak, and just had that.
Okay, so he's doing a video critiquing vegans and their approach to convincing, the insensitive, murdering, torturing asswipes, that they've got it wrong. And he thinks their approach is wrong, and, they're going about it the wrong way because they're antagonizing the meat eaters. And he starts his video by basically just saying, I just put a nigger on the Barbie. Let's just be a little bit real for a second and just realize that these distinctions people are making between other mammals and us isn't any better, it really isn't, than racism or any other kind of petty separation, a petty distinction. They can't do mathematics and they can't speak English, therefore I'll torture them. I mean, the logic is so fucking inane and imbecilic. That, it doesn't, you should torture me when I was 5 years old because I didn't have a full vocabulary and didn't understand philosophical concepts, and so, therefore my pain and suffering has no meaning? Like I said, why don't you just cook up some retarded people? Why don't you be honest, intellectually honest, you little scumbag, and say that you would be for laws that allowed us to fry and barbecue and cage and torment retarded humans. Ones with the appropriate retardation. Ones who are reduced to a dog's mentality. That we should be allowed to barbecue them and torture them. Fatten them up for the feast. Why be a hypocrite? Why don't you just expose yourself for what you are? Duplicitous, ignorant, motherfucking, selfish cunts. Oh, speaking of which, Karen, Kobe, whatever. I mean, just, ugh. Even when she's on your side, there's no point because she's a fucking idiot. Meat eating is a personal choice. Well, why are you starting it with that? Do you think it should be a personal choice? Do you really think eating meat should be a personal choice? I mean, really? I mean, are you going to approach wife beating and rape with the same sort of, well, rape is a personal choice, and beat your wife and keep her in line. Well, that's your personal choice. I mean, where exactly does this personal choice stop end with you? And again, why would you reference the fact that it currently is a personal choice in the opening sentence of your comment, unless you thought it should be a personal choice? And if you think it should be a personal choice, then why shouldn't watching bullfighting be a personal choice? So you're for bringing bullfighting back, because really the only thing that is a minority exclusion, right? The reason why there's no bullfighting is the majority didn't like bullfighting. Right, and the only reason why there's no dog fighting is because the majority can't stomach it, right? I mean, they can stomach torture as long as it's in a fucking slaughterhouse or as long as it's in some factory farm with nice locked doors where you can't even take a camera anymore legally. Right? You can't even take a camera into those places legally anymore. Why? Because you don't want to know the truth. I mean, this is just, the hypocrisy layered in this fucking subject, and this fucking cunt weasel does another video about demonstrating the hypocrisy. I mean, these people are just so disgusting. I mean, I wish I could do voodoo to make Martians come to Earth and eat you fuckers. You know, to really, I mean, they should, you know, when they made that the remake of the War of the Worlds, that would have made the movie so much more fun. Is if they showed all the people talking glibly about how animals don't feel and they're not, I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to put another steak on my fucking grill, and then have the Martians show up. Because then the movie would have been so much fucking goddamn fun to watch. Because it would have been, oh God, finally a little bit of justice in the universe. The assholes get exactly what the assholes asked for. I choose not to eat meat. I've done so since I was 18. This isn't a philosophical argument. I made the choice because I personally had a deep problems with inhumane factory. Well, it's a personal thing. You don't have to have a problem with it. Torture's okay if it doesn't bother you. And with other aspects of cruelty in the meat production. Yeah, all this factory farming shit. Guess what? There's as many videos of cruelty on little amateur farms as there is any factory farms. So even that's a fucking delusion. Is there lots of cruelty in the world which has nothing to do with the production of meat? Of course. There should be weighed these injustices against those in industrial meat production. Well, see, now she's making the wrong argument. Exactly. His video is about the fact that it's inconvenient, okay, to become decent. Okay, so let's say boa constrictors in what's that country? Babunia, you know, where the orangutans live, Borneo or something. Let's say all the constrictor snakes, let's say they're the #1 orangutan killer, okay? And let's say they got intelligence first. These idiots like Snake Plisskenus would be saying, they'd be one of the snakes saying, we're too lazy and selfish to modify our habits. So what they're sentient, so what they feel. They're not as smart as us, right? Let's just say the humans hadn't gotten language yet. You know, they're fully human in the sense that they have emotional lives and they love each other and all that kind of shit. But no, they don't know how to do the adding thing and the subtracting thing, and they can't keep a checkbook balanced. So we can fucking kill them and eat them. And so he'd just be one of these stupid oh, I can't change my habits. And this is a snake that's designed, okay, not to be a vegetarian, right? Where historically we were designed to be orangutans, right? Vegetarian. So this is the big fucking joke here. Is that these people can't even modify their habits back to something more humanly natural, right? Because the only way you can eat meat is if you cook it and you goddamn know it. And so it's just a rationalization. So let's add that to the boa constrictor. Let's add that to the thought experiment. So let's take a benign animal like even a plant. All right, a plant that gets intelligence first, and it finds that if it cooks human beings, they're yummy, yummy. Okay, and so you think these plants shouldn't appreciate that the early humanoids are sentient, feeling creatures with rich, elaborate emotional lives, and instead they should just exploit the fuck out of them through a convenient mechanism of cooking. Merely because that exists, that option. And instead of using the photosynthesis what they used for billions or millions of years, no, let's not bother with that. Let's do this more fun thing of wallowing in the grease left over after we've rendered them down. And let's fatten them up. Like I said, let's put them in cages and torture them and fatten them up. And so you fucking intellectuals say that conversation would be off the table for the man-eating plants. No matter how intelligent they got, they could never figure out that they're just being selfish cunts. And the whole reason why they could never figure it out is because there would be yes men, intellectuals, you know, people who have a little bit of intelligence, right? They keep saying like a little bit of intelligence is a dangerous thing. This guy is the poster child for it right here. You know, smart enough to put a few words together, smart enough to have a little witticism now and then, but stupid as a fucking brick. You know, just a selfish fucking cunt rationalizing his way through life. You know, yeah, gee, A couple of weeks ago, I was bitching because I had a bald tire that might be killing some family of 4 someday, and I don't have enough money to fix it. But he's got money for steak now, right? Yeah, steak he can afford to burn making a video. Yeah. Oh, God, you people are just, the depth of the suck is just so fucking suffocating. Oh, here's a great, this ought to be good fun. A Rizzle Drizzle comment to Quinkakakaka. I wonder if he knows Quinkakakaka, you know, tried to get Fred fired from his university. That he got so deep into his personal life that he tried to get a professor in trouble, you know, to shut him up, to shut down his art. I wonder if Dizzle Bizzle knows that. Brainless fuck. Let's see. You get a better prize. You picked up on something anyone with functioning brain could see, but I could. But you can now feel like an awe-inspiring genius of perception about it on account of the sheer contrast provided in this very comment section. Enjoy. So Quinta in this comment section, you know, he's basically just, you know, he's arguing for vegetarianism from the point of view of the, oh, if it's healthy for me, I'm going to do it. So he's essentially a little bit positive on vegetarianism, but clearly not for ethical reasons. So at first he says he did it for moral and ethical reasons. He already tried vegetarianism. But much more important to him is his own health. And he says clearly it's a distant other concern. So 1 minute it was moral concern that drove him to vegetarianism, and then the next minute he says, no, the only thing I care about is my health. Again, just hypocrisy, duplicity, not an honest word out of these motherfuckers' mouths. So, well, I guess I have to open these 38 comments up. Yeah, there's a weird thing here. My comment thing isn't, it's broken, you know, the YouTube split screen thing, because the comments go all the way across the screen now on the other side. Which is quite strange, you know, that YouTube, on one side it recognizes the size of the frame, and on the other side it doesn't recognize the size of the frame. Very strange. Anyway, another thing I have to fix. Alright, so anyway, so a lot of these people are just nagging Karen, because she was off subject. The subject of his video wasn't, I'm too distracted by the Palestinian issue and the Russian issue and the other, you know, to be a vegetarian. I mean, it wasn't like there's too many other things going on. The argument being made is that it's inconvenient, and if you make me feel guilty, I won't do it. Something like that. That your tactics should be something else. That you shouldn't fight for, like, civil rights because it's about fairness and about being decent, right? Judge a man based on the content of his character, not the color of his skin. That shouldn't have been Martin Luther King's argument. He should have said, diversity can be fun, even though it's obnoxious and irritating as fuck. I mean, he should have come up with some stupid lie to sell the cause, because the truth is just too judgmental. You can't call me a bigot. That's not right. That's not going to change my mind. You calling me, well, I guess it will change my mind if I realize, yeah, I am just a fucking bigot. You know, that's just amazing. So, and he's arguing something where clearly, I think clearly, among rational people on Earth, smart people, in other words, vegetarianism is winning. You know, it's only the morons, you know, the assholes, the breeders, and their defenders, who are doing the meat eating. But anyway. First time he say that, I'd like to see one of you social warriors for a noble carnivore's cause, and Snake would be a great to do to make some comedy video defending the slaughter of 3.7 billion animals just so the meat eaters can... Well, again, Karen, if you think it's a personal choice, then why aren't you re-advocating for legalized bullfighting, legalized dogfighting, legalized cockfighting? All of these things are far less destructive to animals. I mean, far fewer animals will be killed in these industries and harmed in these industries than are used up now by these people for their convenience, and it'll make so many people happy. There's so many people that enjoy their carnage spectacle. So yeah, Snake Plisskenus, if you have any integrity at all, why don't you make a video explaining that you would vote for reinstating the rights, okay, of people who are entertained by bullfighting, people who are entertained by dogfighting, and people who are entertained by cockfighting. Why don't you make a video saying these things are perfectly okay and they should be legal things that people are able to do, and that these nasty little moralizing motherfuckers should get off your ass and off their ass. But why don't you explain that hypocrisy? Oh, that's right, because it would show your own hypocrisy. Fuck. Anyway. Let's see what this person said. I think you really need to watch the video again. Okay, that's true. She does need to. Yeah. In fact, he agreed with the vegan argument. Well, that's the funny part. Yes, he's basically conceding that he has nothing but his own selfishness to justify any of his rationalizations for his behavior. That's how he's a philosopher, you know. That's philosophy. Yeah. I can't do any better than being a selfish cunt. I have addictions. They're more important than, you know, people walking down the street who don't want to be mugged. Well, too fucking bad. It's, you know, I have an addiction. It's inconvenient for me not to steal your money. I mean, it just goes, these rationalizations, once you start doing this shit, it goes, like I said, there's nowhere it stops. You have no principles, you have no integrity, you have no honor, you have no decency. You are motherfucking scum. And somebody needs to call you that, and the word has to roll around your fucking head for a few minutes, and then maybe you'll realize you're right. There's nothing else. Obviously, there's nothing but scum in your fucking brain. I give up. Why don't you paraphrase me what you think the video is about? Seems to me he's asserting that those who choose to eat meat are putting their pleasures above those animals. Well, yeah, that's not what you argued in your comment, though. Stupid bitch. Alright, let's just go further down here, get to the Quinta Conda. I mean, these are all great names, too. The Nameless Monster. I don't know what a Gubinigi is. And then they're arguing with people for, you know, Karen editor comments, and then they fucking argue with editing comments. I mean, shit. There's just no point. Read about understanding the event, and then you understand the video either. God, they just keep arguing and arguing and arguing. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Rizzle Drizzle comment. Let's see. The answer is clearly no, because I said I eat meat, question mark. Because I said I was cooking a steak. If you believe things that people on the internet claim about themselves, you are a drooling, pants-shittingly stupid mongoloid. That's a fact, Jack. Right, so this is a compulsive liar. Now he's on the internet. And instead of making the internet something better, or trying to upgrade the standards of the internet, he just basically says, no, I'm a troll, I'm just talking shit, there's no real stake on the Barbie, I just say this shit to be obnoxious and controversial, I'm really just trying to get another set of tires. I mean, just, you know, he can't be honest, he can't take anything seriously. Obviously, all this shit might mean something, and, you know, when something real is happening to somebody he really cares about. But until then, none of these issues mean anything to him because they don't affect him. They're not going to cost him any money, and they're not going to change his life in any way. So he can just be glib and off-subject and just play his little panty, shitty, sit up and down in his poo kind of bullshit. And this is what you assholes applaud. Oh, shit. Let's see. Let's see. So, thank you. Hey, wait. Does that mean that I don't get the $500 first prize for figuring out what the video? For figuring out your video. Well, again, his video is just more rationalization, you know. I will be offensive in how I argue for causes, i.e. putting stakes on the Barbie, saying things like, hey, I just whipped one of my niggers, to somebody sensitive on this subject. I just rolled a kike, I mean, he's just being intentionally trying to stick his claw, in the vegan or vegetarian anus, and then he's going to talk about how they're supposed to retract their claws. Just simplicity everywhere. So anyway, but yeah, I guess Rizzle and Quinta are all buddy-buddy. Oh yeah, he's my buddy. He comes to the rescue. Yeah, the internet terrorist comes to the rescue for the Dizzle. I really gotta get this Quinta comment where he basically says, I couldn't give a fucking rat's ass about animals. Let's see. Snake is pretty easy to understand as he's well-spoken and blunt. Some could say he is being honest. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he just admitted that he lied in the video, and you're talking about him being honest, right? This is like the new double speak, right? Triple speak? You seem to think your veganism excuses bigotry and disrespect. No, apparently people eating meat think they can excuse bigotry and disrespect. Quite obviously. Yet you fail to grasp the underlying message of Snake is supporting vegetarianism. Yeah, no, he's not supporting it, quite obviously. When you say, I'm going to go put a steak on the fucking grill and changing my habits is too inconvenient. That doesn't sound like support to me. And then provoking a whole comment section full of people doing their num 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 num, meat tastes good. Yeah, I don't think he's doing the cause any good. But again, you don't respect the cause, the Quinta guy. So this is just the irony, right? People should do the right thing for the wrong reasons, right? So they should become vegetarians for health reasons, not because it's an obscene exploitation of sentient organisms. And that's supposed to make sense to me. Like that's somehow advancement in human progress. Doing the right thing for the wrong reason will somehow get you somewhere in the future. Like having the completely wrong principles and tripping over a right outcome now and then is somehow a great plan. No, I don't think so. This is kind of... She's kind of annoying sometimes. The hard truth is that even vegetarians eat animals in some degrees. Vegetarians eat plants to get their nutrients from the soil, and the soil is rich of rotted corpses of animals, and the added nutrients to the soil, and there is no way to escape the ecosystem. Well, again, there is a way to escape the ecosystem, so again, you put the nutrients into the soil now, and the number one way that nutrients go into the soil isn't by putting dead animals onto dead animals. Recent animals anyway, onto the soil. It's putting 3 billion-year-old plants on the soil, oil. So yeah, all you need is energy to make the the nutrients necessary to grow the organic manner. So that's not even true. There is no way. See these emphatic statements? No, there's lots of ways. We can just choose the right way or the wrong way. Certainly we can synthesize food. We have the technology. Let's see, some guy, meat intake should at least decrease among our populace. If anything, that is causing man-made global warming more than automobiles. Now only eat meat once a week and make sure it's delicious. Yeah, again, so do it for the wrong reasons. Global warming's the reason now. So again, I should find that somehow people who can't get the reason why you're supposed to do something right are going to somehow save us from global warming when they don't have the right principles in the first place. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, let's see. I think vegetarianism is better and more moral than torturing and killing animals, and I eat meat. What the fuck, you might say, but let me explain. No, I'm not going to bother to explain, because it's just stupid on its face. Let's see. Oh, Rizzle. Weak fuck, honestly, I'm at work. This video is getting a lot of comments and I might not have been paying enough attention. Shrugs. I don't even know what that means. Shit happens. Those third shift can really kick your ass. Yeah, third shift at what? Doing what? I mean, why don't you give us a lie about that too? Let's see. Compulsive liar. Space Jew. I mean, these are great names, right? Space Jew. Yeah. We should all listen to what the Space Jew has to say. Fuck. Let's see. Oh, a double comment here. Actually, horse meat is more gamey and spoils more quickly due to having more monoglobin and more brown fat, dumbass. Oh, shit. You heard of a freezer? It freezes a lot better, though. So that's the, you know. See, there's always a catch, isn't there? Yeah, it's always a logical catch. I mean, but yeah, they were having, you know, people are arguing about horses versus cows, and some assholes talking about cows are designed to taste better, and they're designed to produce more volume of fat. Yeah. And you could certainly raise fat horses, and I'm sure they'd be just yummy, yummy. God. Yeah. I mean, cows got into this business mostly over milk. I mean, that's how it always starts, right? Anyway, don't use labels. Vegans have really spoilt it, but I use very low amounts of animal products. Another guy. I admit that I was a little self-righteous at first, but pretty much went through the same logic you did, that whatever I did simply entrenched people in their ways. I stopped. Yeah, so that's your experience. Frankly, my experience is you talk about it, you make a video about it, and you always get somebody someday who just shows up and your PMs you a private message and say, yeah, you really changed my life 3 months ago. You know, I went vegetarian and I'm really happy I did, and blah, 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 blah. So I don't know I've never gotten, you know, a response that says something like, thank you for keeping me eating meat, because your video was so antagonistic, it kept me eating meat, and I like being fat, and I like having a bunch of stupid hormones in my bloodstream, and I'm so much happier being a fat, grizzly, smelly, farted motherfucker with a limp dick. Yeah, limp-dicked motherfucker. Maybe they should do a test like that, like have a Kinsey thing, actually do a test and see who's more likely to be impotent, you know, a vegetarian or a meat eater, you know, stuff like that. But they're never going to do that, because obviously if they did that, you know, then people would find out and they wouldn't buy the meat, and then the meat industry would go all panicked, and, you know, all hysteria would break loose, and they'd have to come up with some other way that, you know, they'd have to hide little gold nuggets in the meat, you know, so people would buy meat just so they could maybe get free gold. God, I hate you fuckers. Alright, let's see. Thanks for proving that vegans aren't conformists, you fucking jackass. I don't know what that means. In a sense, that would be masters are not slaves. Yes. Masters are not slaves, yes. Sorry. No comprendo. Animal rights, first world problems. I love that shit too. I mean, it's just amazing. You know, I mean, you know, that it's it's a problem of anything that has any kind of intelligence on planet Earth. Okay, your participation with the other sentient beings, and all you're just saying is a first world problem to recognize that being a bigoted, moronic slave to a DNA molecule. No, that's a third world problem. That's why the third world is a scumhole. Why are the third world people leaving the third world? Oh, that's right, because it sucks there, asswipe. Because they're stupid, okay? And they're just bringing their stupidity here, like you. Must be fucking the spawn of dumb immigrants. Anyway. I just... Alright, Quinker, oh, well said. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this guy, the original comment must have got deleted. Yeah, this Mr. Stephen Brown, I don't know where his original comment is. Yeah, I know, it's a pretty sweet deal. I like that I have peeps do my dirty work. Yeah, Quinta. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I don't think he really understands who that guy is. So, this is the part. Here we go. I don't think this video was meant to defend meat eating. If I understand it right, his main issue was the methodology used to guilt people into going vegan. So again, this idea that you're pointing out injustice and unfairness, and that's not the right approach. So you should find some other reason, like, okay, they're wearing red uniforms, and that's the reason why there should, or something. I mean, why shouldn't it's just this basic argument that somehow you should be dishonest. And this, again, is coming from somebody who doesn't even understand the principle of the subject, which is animal rights. I mean, the whole way, the people Rizzle Drizzle is arguing with are people who are vegetarian for ethical reasons, not personal health reasons. I mean, really, people don't go out saying, making guilt arguments, quote unquote, if they're vegetarian for health reasons. You get it, moron? I have been vegan before for a short time, just a couple months, and I did it wrong. I don't know how the fuck you do it wrong. What? I mean, potato chips. I remember I seeing one of the fattest women in the world being interviewed one time. She was like 800 pounds. And then know what she blamed for her obesity? 2 bags of potato chips a day. Yeah, I mean, she said that's the thing that throws me over the top. Potato chips. But I did it out of guilt and moral beliefs. So here he says he did it out of guilt and moral beliefs. So now he doesn't have those moral beliefs anymore. He doesn't think it's immoral to exploit and cage and torture animals anymore. It's a minor problem. When I heard Gary Null and Tanya Kay and even Mike Savage, so this guy's a guy who follows celebrities or something, they inspired me to cut back on meat. Tanya Kay is a raw vegan, and I might try to mimic her diet someday. Yeah, well, you do seem like you're just dying to be a girl. The reason is because she is talented, intelligent, and hot, and that you're hoping to be someday, so you can have a dick up your ass. In all her posts, I have never felt like she was talking down to carnivores, nor trying to guilt them into following her. Well, I don't know, is she really an advocate? Again, she's doing it because she enjoys being a vegan. She sings songs about enjoying being a vegan, and she's not doing it because she says it's wrong to kill animals and torture them. And I guess that's why she's doing it. Anyway, she talks about the benefits of raw vegan diet more than the negative aspects of carnivore diets. Well, it's one of the negative aspects, the cruelty and torture of animals. And she's making a living do this now, right? So that's a whole nother point. Do I know if she has it right? Question mark. No, but she's a stunt woman and a burlesque dancer, and they're in great shape. And she's from Michigan. Oh, yeah, okay, so, yeah, maybe you're being funny there, but, yeah, that is about the substance of you assholes' logic, right? There's not a principle involved anywhere. It's just always about glitter and shiny. You're just silly girls. Now, I care much more about my health than the health of any other animal, so up here he says he was guilted into it. Moral beliefs, he called them. I had moral beliefs. And now it's, I care much more about my health than the health of any other animal. So all of a sudden, no moral beliefs. Whereas the suffering of animals might be a distant second reason. See, there you go. So yeah, do the right thing for the wrong reason. And the advocates for justice and civil rights and all that shit, they shouldn't tell the truth. They shouldn't fight for their cause honestly. No, they should come up with some sort of dishonest reason why you should do the right thing. Because honest reasons for doing the right thing is bullshit. And dishonesty is the way to go. Because that's the Rizzle Drizzle, lying cunt, terrorist motherfucker internet that we all want. Yes, we want an internet covered with lying pieces of motherfucking cunt shit with duplicative motives and who are just absolutely full of shit. I mean, just fuck. So this is Agagaga-san has to post another comment. I think eating meat will become as rare as vegetarian once was as we progress, get more sophisticated. We're not progressing. We're not getting more sophisticated. News flash: the world's getting dumber every day. Islam is getting more and more, whatever, fundamentalist. We learn that we no longer have to kill animals for food. We can replicate the nutrients we need. Well, guess what? We don't need animal nutrients. We don't need to kill animals. None of this stuff has anything to do with reality. I understand that this might be harder for men than women. Well, I don't know why you understand that, because it doesn't make any fucking sense at all. But I don't believe the man of the future will be big and beefy. He won't need to be. Humans no longer a hunted species. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Men are bigger because men fought with each other like most animals. Males fight. It's like that's why they have dog fights, and that's why they have cockfights. See, cockfight chickens would kill each other in nature just for the fucking fun of it. Women can then enjoy men who don't fart his meat. These are not rational reasons. Just stupid fuckers everywhere. Have you tried quantum? It doesn't have much fat content, but it tastes just like meat. Well, when I first tried it, I thought it did. I can't remember what meat tastes like anymore. Well, if it tastes just like meat, then I guess you can remember what meat tastes like, because it tastes just like quantum. This whole meat replacement thing, I just don't get it. What? If they banned potato chips, I'd have to have some sort of potato chip shaped food or something as a replacement. I couldn't get by on a Frito or something. I couldn't get by on a cheese nip. I couldn't find some other form of food. I'd have to shape it just like a potato chip. Fuck. Let's see. If you get any more reasonable, so this guy is a logic only zone in capital letters. Yeah, I'm sure he's logical. You get any more reasonable, I cannot watch your videos anymore. You're pissing me off, Rizzle. These people are so stupid. Oh, holiday. Be right back. Gotta flip that steak. LOL. Oh, yeah, I gotta go flip the nigger. Ha ha ha, LOL. Yeah, you're a bigot, Hofliday. Laughing. You're laughing at other sentient creature torture. You're laughing at it. Because you suck. Because you're a fucking bigot. An insensitive, ignorant bigot. Ugh. Alright, really, there's no more. I shouldn't bother doing any more of this, right? Let's just go down here and see if there's something else. They're all stupid names. Cat Riley. I found it hard to masturbate to this video. The whole animal suffering thing. Oh, yeah, these jokes. Yeah, I hope I can... I probably will have a good time masturbating to you being eaten by a Martian. I mean, I probably could jerk off to that. In all honesty, I mean, when you fuckers get what you deserve, when I hear about how you're roadkill, okay, yeah, there's going to be nothing but a big smile on my face, and I might get aroused. I really might get aroused. Because I just love when people get exactly what they deserve. When something gets exactly what it deserves, there's just nothing more beautiful. There's no smoother, perfectly shaped ass than that in the universe. When something gets exactly what it deserves. I mean, it's better than side boob. It is the most beautiful motherfucking thing there is. When something gets exactly what it fucking deserves. And I just hope it. I just wish it. I just can't wait to read about it. I just hope someday you're a newspaper story and I can laugh my fucking ass off.